You are a stranger in Torima?
Came over from San Carlos.
Looking for work?
Tourist.
I heard you are in the market for uncut emeralds. A native told me.
Now, you know that possession of uncut emeralds is against the law in Colombia.
Then you have had no luck.
Now, are you buying, selling, or stealing? Huh?
None of those. If you look behind you. You are under arrest.
I'm glad your boys aren't trigger-happy. You wouldn't be Inspector Moreno.
The North American, Tim Kelly. I thought you were working around San Carlos. I had a letter from the commissioner about you only last week.
Let's make this arrest look good for the citizens, huh?
Right. Come on.
See anything of my partner?
That will be Toubo Smith.
I haven't seen him since your government hired us in New York.
He's in the north. I am supposed to contact him next week.
I was hoping to run into him before this.
You started your investigation in New York? As far away as that?
Well, that's where most of the uncut emeralds are showing up. I checked the wholesale markets in New York, and Toubo went to San Francisco. Some of the stones are showing up there, too.
And no success?
Well, the buyers admit that they're uncut emeralds from your country, all right.
The quality would tell them that. No place else in the world produces such fine stones.
Well, the buyers in North America say the stones come from legitimate sources. Now, how are you going to prove them wrong?
They are not legitimate. All of the mines in Colombia are owned by the government. Every stone, large or small, is registered. That is why it is against the law to possess an uncut emerald in this country.
You suppose that it's one organization or syndicate that's dealing in the black market? Trying to get the stones out of the country, I mean.
We are sure of that. The source we are not sure of. Maybe Indian workers, even the guards might be able to steal one or two and sell them to the syndicate. But the main supply, that is a puzzle. So many have shown up in your country.
Do you suppose that they've tapped one of the government mines?
That is most likely. But how?
I don't know, but we'll flush them out. I've been out in the field for 2 weeks now, flashing a big bankroll and letting them know that I'm in the market.
But you hadn't bought any.
No, I haven't. I've been showing those 2 stones you saw, the one the commissioner gave me. Well, if you see Toubo before I do, I give you my best, will you?
Be careful, Mr. Kelly. The way you are operating, you may not be alive to see him.
I know what you mean. Somebody took a shot at me outside of San Carlos.
That's what I'm afraid of. This syndicate will think that you are either an undercover agent of the government or an independent operator. Either way, they will try to kill you.
Well, maybe I can get my hands on one of them while he's trying.
Oh, that's brave, but foolhardy, my friend. If you get in jail, we can get you out. But if you get killed, we can only bury you.
The North American is flesh and blood. He can be killed like anybody else.
I know this, but not with 2 soldiers standing beside him.
Who can I trust? Donna missed him at 20 yards on the road near San Carlos.
I will not miss him.
See that you don't. I'm losing my patience. One other thing. Ottoman is sending in a new peddler with the wagon. Keep an eye out for him.
Ottoman? He is not coming back?
He thinks the police are too suspicious of him. The new man will be all right.
Cigarettes, candy, pots and pans. Maybe some medicine for your aching feet.
Well, if you got a bicycle in that traveling drugstore of yours, maybe we can talk business.
Climb up. I'll give you a lift until I find some place to stop for tonight.
Well, now, that sounds like a pretty fair deal.
Come on. Hey! There is not much here to keep a man.
Well, how's business with you?
I haven't sold a pot. Maybe you can do better. If your name is Toubo Smith. Inspector Moreno, Mr. Smith.
Hi.
Your partner sends regards.
You've seen Tim?
Yes, a few days ago.
Well, I hope he's doing better than I am. How is the big gorilla?
He was all right when I saw him. But he's working very, very openly, and that's dangerous.
Well, he's a guy for direct action.
You may get some, too, with this peddler's outfit.
Oh?
Well, I'll get something to eat for us, and I tell you about it.
Tell me about that wagon.
Wagon, I think the biggest break we have had yet.
Where'd you get it?
A man named Oderman. We had been suspicious of him for a long time. Never could prove anything. But now, Oderman is in jail, and the new man he was sending in with the peddler's outfit.
What was his name?
This you will never believe. Smith. Herman Smith. According to his papers, which you will carry.
Well, Toubo is sort of a strange nickname for Herman, but I'll accept it. You think those emeralds are being smuggled out in the wagon?
Maybe. We don't know. We got very little out of Oderman and Smith. But nobody knows they are in jail. Wait, I want to show you something.
Emerald?
Yes, but the only one he had. How many times we must have overlooked it?
Well, he couldn't have been a very big operator. Just one stone.
Well, now we think this was only a means of identification for other members of the ring.
Well, do you think his playmates will buy me on the strength of this?
You are taking a chance. Well, we found another mark of identification. We have seen it before because it was on both Oderman and the new man.
What's that?
Roll up your left sleeve, my friend.
A tattoo? Oh, not me.
You'd be committing suicide if you drive this wagon without it. They tell me a tattoo can be removed now when you are through with it. I wouldn't know myself.
Well, the V is real nice. And emerald green has always been my favorite color.
I have had no chance to tell your partner about this new information. If you see him before I do, be sure he knows.
Howdy. Hello there. You want to use the barn? She's all yours. Well, bring in your horse. I'm all the horse I've got, and I'm pretty well spent. A North American, eh? Yeah, tourist. I thought I'd stay here tonight. You suppose the owner'd care? Yeah, that's what he's here for. A rain shelter. When the vaqueros get caught too far away from the main house. Oh, you leaving? See. I just stopped by for a little siesta. I ride 20 miles today. Have you seen anything of another North American? Say, this tall, sandy-haired, maybe walking, maybe on horseback? No. Where I ride, I don't see many tourists. Mostly cows. Well, I think I'll bunk on that straw over there. It's comfortable. You come from Torima? Yeah. A couple of days ago. You would not be the North American who was asking about emeralds. Wouldn't I? Who else? That's right, who else? I promised some friends of mine in the States a couple of souvenirs, you know. Can you help me? A man would be foolish to carry them with him. Go back to Torima. All right. Tomorrow. Say, where'll I find you? I'll find you. Sleep well. Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you the most fabulous collection of curiosities ever collected from the four corners of the earth. Well, really not the four corners of the earth, ladies and gentlemen, because the earth is round. Then I'm going to paint some pictures for you. Sing a little song, do a little dance. But first, a word about my products. I got pots and pans, potato peelers, candy, groceries. How about a little liniment for Grandpa's aching joints? Now, step in a little closer, please, so I won't have to shout so loud. Now, what have we here? Here we have a butterfly, captured at Pikes Peak. That, ladies and gentlemen, is in Colorado. Colorado is in the United States of America. And here we have the tsetse fly, caught in Africa. This is the carrier of that dread disease, sleeping sickness. One bite of this and you joy and rip and winkle. Don't crowd me, boy. Does that interest you? Do you like it? Well, pick it up. This, ladies and gentlemen, is said to be the petrified toe of Alexander the Great. You say you never heard of Alexander the Great? Well, I tell you what I'm going to do. For everybody who buys one bottle of Dr. Smith's hair curler, I am going to personally throw in this pocket encyclopedia with the full story of Alexander the Great in it. And just remember, ladies and gentlemen, that Dr. Smith's hair curler will positively not hurt you if taken internally or externally. And now, as a finale to this great little outdoor show, I will give an exhibition of painting magic in less time, ladies and gentlemen, than it takes most artists to draw a single brush stroke. I will complete a landscape. And that concludes the performance, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? Isn't that a beauty? Now I tell you what I'm going to do. To the first one who buys a dozen bottles of Dr. Smith's patented panacea, I'm going to present them with this beautiful picture, absolutely free. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Step right up and pay your money and take your medicine. I also have a complete line of pots, pans, potato peelers, pumpkin pie mix, and pancake flour. Oh, that's a very interesting collection of curiosities, ma'am. If you missed the first part of my show...
I would like to buy the big toe of Alexander the Great.
Well, now, they're not really for sale. After all, they're sort of a collector's item that we... Well, we can discuss the matter.
Ottoman said that you would be along, that he had made his last trip.
Smith's my name, ma'am. Other names evade me. Ottoman? Well, now, maybe.
I am going the rest of the way with you.
In the wagon?
We have done well since Ottoman took the last ones out.
I'll be ready to leave in 5 minutes.
First, there is a man you have to kill, here in Torima.
Hey, what kind of cigarettes you got, fella?
We got lots of kinds.
Which way are you going?
Well, I may stick around here for a few days.
Yeah, then where? How about a ride?
And where I go all depends.
On what?
What happens around here? Oh, I have no regular route, so don't depend on me for a ride, friend.
Well, I'll check in with you anyway. My feet hurt.
See you around, boy.
Excuse me, old one. This for sale?
That's part of my show.
How much?
Well, now, what in the world would you be wanting with the petrified toe of Alexander the Great?
Well, that's what I thought it was. I collect petrified toes.
It is not for sale. I tried to buy it first.
You? Old one, you wanted this?
I, too, am a collector.
We have a lot in common. We ought to get together.
Whenever you wish. Anyone in the town can direct you to the shack where the old witch Margarita lives.
I'll be there, old one.
This evening, then.
This evening.
He is the one you have to kill before we leave.
Well, that figured.
He bears a charmed life. It won't be easy. Near San Carlos, we tried to kill him. Again here in Torima. And in a barn in the north. We've hunted him from one end of the country to the other.
Well, he seems like a nice enough fella for a North American.
He is either a police agent or a competitor. We cannot afford either one. While he lives, our operation has to stop.
Well, I'll go take him. Be back as soon as I can.
You do not have to worry about that. It is all arranged.
I thought you said I had to kill him.
You will. We have decided it should look like an accident in case he is a police agent.
Well, this is quite a place you got here.
This was only a caretaker's house on the great rancho of my parents. People think I am reduced to living here in poverty. Never mind. I want to show you before the big man gets here. You see the beam? Make sure there is no place else for him to sit but here. You will sit there. A push on the table will take care of it.
Accidents like this happen in your house often?
It is an old place, falling down.
Why don't you try it my way first? I can make this big man talk with a little persuasion. We'll find out if he needs killing.
I trust you, Mr. Smith, but I will trust you more afterward.
Well, I don't mind shooting a man, but bashing his brains out...
I make the decisions, and I have made this one.
He's late.
What's the matter, pal? What is so jumpy about?
Jumpy?
Mr. Smith has no stomach for this business. I cannot understand why he got into it.
Let's talk about business.
What did you have in mind?
Well, I have no compunctions about stating my business. I'm here to buy emeralds. Cash.
So I heard. Up and down the country. You are in a dangerous business.
It's a well-built old place you have here.
Never mind that.
Oh, excuse me. Care for a cigarette? Did I say well-built?
Oh, lady! Look!
You took a long chance, Mr. Kelly. Why didn't you show that before?
Before? You mean to tell me it's my own outfit that's been shooting at me? I thought it was the police.
Who are you?
Ottoman didn't tell me that you'd try to kill me first and then ask for my identification.
Ottoman?
Yeah, he was afraid that Smith here might not have the stomach to go through with it, like you said. So he sent me along to make sure that he'd show up.
I should have dropped that beam before. Wait till I see Ottoman. I'll have a thing to say to him.
Ottoman is only an employee like yourself. I am Margarita Verde. You wear my initial on your arm.
Real blockbuster, huh?
Ah. They tell me you got a charmed life.
Thick skull. What other states you from?
Wyoming, New Mexico. Where'd you get that on your arm? You didn't have that earlier.
I saw Moreno in town after I saw you. He told me about Ottoman being in jail, giving you his wagon. Where do we go from here? Now, leave your gun right where it is, compadre. Come on in. You're one, baby, I'm glad to see.
The North American who refuses to die. I put a blade in his back myself. I saw it with my own eyes. Yet I hear you're still walking around the countryside. And tonight, I hear you're one of us. I am Bolivar.
Kelly. This is Smith.
Yeah, the new peddler. I've seen him. Where's Margarita?
The old lady?
The old lady? Yes, of course, the old lady.
She said she'd be right back.
It's funny, the old lady. Ah, here is the old lady.
Ah, Bolivar. You've met our friend?
See, where have you been?
Getting rid of the old lady and sending a message.
Message? What kind of message?
Just a message telling them Mr. Smith will be along with the Stones. I hate that disguise, the old woman.
It's a crime.
That look in your eyes is a great compliment, Mr. Kelly. Please do not lose it.
You know, between Bolivar and this beam here, you almost didn't get to see that look.
Later, Mr. Kelly, you're going to take me to dinner. Any trouble?
No.
You brought it all?
See?
Where are the stones?
In my saddlebags. Don't worry, Cesar is there taking care of my horse.
Then we'll go out to the stable. I want Mr. Smith to get an early start.
Just where is this mine?
The mine is back in the hills. Bolivar brings the stones out.
Government mine?
The government knows nothing of this one. It's our own. 2 of my Indian sheep herders found it 5 years ago across the mountain from the big government mine.
Didn't they report it?
Something happened to them on their way to report it. Donna reported a big find this time, a new pocket.
Let us go see.
Very good. Excellent.
Smith better be on his way with him.
There's no hurry. On second thought, Mr. Smith, perhaps you should leave at once.
They're waiting?
Yes, they're waiting. Put them in the secret place in the wagon.
Well, maybe I better keep them with me. Tell them ready to leave.
There is no safer place than Ottoman's device in the wagon.
Go ahead.
Doesn't matter, Toubo. I think that message was the end of the ball game.
Mr. Kelly, the masks come off. Is that what you mean?
I think that dinner date's off, beautiful.
Welcome to the turkey shoot, Inspector.
Did I move in too soon?
For Bolivar, yes. For us, no. They found out that Ottoman and Smith are in jail.
A liar got to them. We have no evidence.
Well, green is no longer my favorite color. How are we going to get rid of these?
Well, we can paint roses on them. Look real pretty.